On September 27, 2025, the entertainment world froze. Cameras turned, headlines blazed, and millions of fans across the globe held their breath. Selena Gomez, the billionaire pop icon, actress, and entrepreneur, and Blanco, the hit-making producer behind some of the biggest songs of our generation, had just tied the knot. But this wasn't just another celebrity wedding. This was a once-in-a-lifetime event. A $100 million celebration that redefined what luxury, intimacy, and Hollywood glamour could look like, an event so spectacular it will be remembered as the wedding that stopped the world. The heart of their wedding lay in Santa Barbara, California, a place already synonymous with beauty and exclusivity. But Selena and Benny didn't choose just any venue. They married at Nursery, a lush cliffside property overlooking the sparkling Santa Barbara Channel. This wasn't a ballroom. This wasn't a hotel. It was a living, breathing masterpiece of nature where rolling green fields met endless ocean horizons. The space was transformed into a private paradise, giant white tents for dining and dancing, manicured paths weaving through flowers, and a stage framed by the Pacific itself. Guests arrived by discreet shuttles. Security surrounded the grounds. Paparazzi drones were grounded. Even helicopters were restricted from flying above. This wasn't just about beauty, it was about privacy, exclusivity so rare that only billionaires could afford it. The celebrations began the night before at an estate in Hope Ranch, an ultra-exclusive enclave tucked in the foothills of the Santa Ynez Mountains. Home to sprawling multi-million-dollar estates, equestrian trails, and oceanfront views, Hope Ranch is a playground for the world's elite. The rehearsal dinner was described by insiders as intimate, joyful, and relaxed, but the details revealed otherwise. Guests dined under starlight at a mansion worth tens of millions. The evening stretched late into the night with laughter, speeches, and music, a tone-setter for what was to come. For most couples, the rehearsal dinner is a simple warm-up. For Selena and Benny, it was a world-class event in itself. For their loved ones, no detail was overlooked. Many guests stayed at the Alento Hotel, a historic luxury property perched on the coast. Owned by Tinder co-founder Justin Mateen, the hotel is renowned for hosting world leaders, movie stars, and dignitaries. Rooms here began at $3,500 per night. Suites reached into the tens of thousands. Every balcony overlooked the Pacific. Every meal was Michelin star quality. This wasn't just accommodation, it was an extension of the wedding standard of excellence. For 170 guests, luxury wasn't optional. It was the baseline. And then came the moment that made history. Selena Gomez stepped out in her bridal gown. Designed by Ralph Lauren Couture, the halter-neck satin gown was months in the making. Hand-draped, embroidered with intricate floral detailing, vintage-inspired pleats, lace accents, and a dramatic train that shimmered under the California sun, it was a vision of old Hollywood glamour reimagined for the modern era. Her accessories elevated the look even further. Diamond earrings from Tiffany & Company. A simple bouquet of lily of the valley, royal, rare, and delicate. And at the center, her 6-carat marquise-cut engagement ring, glistening with every step, a piece worth millions. Benny matched her elegance in a classic Ralph Lauren tuxedo, a bow tie, retro ruffled shirt, and lace detailing that perfectly harmonized with his bride. Together, they weren't just a bride and groom. They were a fashion statement that would set bridal trends for years to come. The wedding's 170 attendees were not just A-listers. They were hand-picked from across the worlds of music, film, and fashion. Taylor Swift, whose presence required her own team of security. Ed Sheeran, a longtime friend who represents the music connection between bride and groom. Paris Hilton, Paul Rudd, Ashley Park, and Selena's Wizards of Waverly Place co-star David Henry. And of course, her only murders in the building co-stars, Steve Martin and Martin Short. Each name carried weight. Each seat was carefully chosen. Even absences, like Meryl Streep and Nicola Peltz, became headlines. This wasn't just a guest list. It was a reflection of Selena and Benny's genuine relationships, built over decades of careers at the very top of entertainment. At exactly 3 p.m., the ceremony began, timed perfectly for golden hour lighting. As Selena walked down the aisle, her gown's train cascaded across the grass. Benny's eyes reportedly welled with tears. The vows were intimate, private, deeply personal, but the moments captured on camera became instantly iconic. Photos released later showed them laughing, embracing, skipping through fields, and in one tender frame, Benny resting his head on Selena's lap. These weren't posed, they were pure. The world saw not just a wedding, but a love story unfolding in real time. Music, naturally, was central. With Benny Blanco at the helm, the playlist carried deep personal meaning. Guests joined the aura, a Jewish wedding tradition, lifting the couple on chairs to cheers and laughter. Martin Short, hilariously, acted as ring bearer. Steve Martin was rumored to strum the banjo. But unlike other weddings, these weren't hired performers. They were friends. Emmy winners, Grammy winners, cultural icons, offering their talents not for money, but for love. The dining experience mirrored the couple's philosophy, a blend of extravagance and authenticity. Guests dined on fine cuisine crafted by world-class chefs, but the couple made one surprising choice, opting for a mini wedding cake instead of a towering showpiece. It wasn't about spectacle. It was about saving that first slice for anniversaries, a personal tradition over public display. The wedding's memories were captured by acclaimed artist Petra Collins, whose work has been featured in Vogue and Time. This wasn't wedding photography, it was art. Frames worthy of museum walls. Lighting, texture, intimacy, every image carried the weight of timelessness. Behind the scenes, none other than Mindy Weiss orchestrated it all. Known for crafting the Kardashians' most iconic celebrations, Justin Bieber's wedding, and countless A-list events, Weiss brought decades of expertise to this moment. Industry insiders have called it her magnum opus, a masterclass in event planning where every detail flowed into the next, from the timing of vows to the placement of every flower. The cost? Estimated at $100 million, though whispers suggest it may have been even higher. When Selena finally shared their first wedding photos to Instagram, her caption was simple, September 27, 25. Yours. Benny's response, my wife in real life. Within hours, the posts amassed millions of likes, comments, and shares. The internet erupted. Celebrities, fans, and industry leaders all poured in their congratulations. The world wasn't just celebrating a marriage, it was celebrating a cultural moment. But to understand the magnitude of this wedding, you have to understand the empires behind it. Selena Gomez, now worth more than $1 billion, thanks largely to her beauty brand Rare Beauty, alongside her music, acting, and producing career. A Disney child star turned global mogul. Benny Blanco, with a net worth of $50 million, built from producing 29 #1 hits, writing for the world's biggest stars, and reshaping modern pop. Together, a combined worth exceeding $1.3 billion. This wasn't just a marriage. It was the union of two self-made icons, two legacies built from scratch, now intertwined forever. Selena and Benny's wedding wasn't just expensive. It was influential. Fashion, Ralph Lauren halter gowns are already in demand by brides worldwide. Venues, luxury outdoor settings like Sayus Nursery are now the new standard. Cultural touches, the Aura dance proved tradition can elevate, not clash with, luxury. Photography, couples are now seeking fine art wedding photographers. Social media, their minimal announcement changed how celebrities reveal private milestones. Most importantly, it proved that authentic love and extreme luxury can coexist. It wasn't about money. It was about meaning. On September 27, 2025, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco didn't just marry. They created a wedding that will echo through pop culture for decades. A celebration of love, legacy, and luxury on a scale few could imagine, and fewer still will ever replicate. The $100 million wedding that stopped the world.